Hi friends, it's Loli. Let's get into the first DIY. I used 2 of these candle holders from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to paint them using my Black & Decker paint and primer. I did a total of four coats of this, trying to keep them very light. Once they were dry, I took some of this navy blue color from Kilts. It's a Kilts chalk paint, and I'm going to completely cover the bottom section of each of the candle holders. My friends, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I hope you enjoy the 3 beautiful DIYs I created today, and they're perfect for your upcoming 4th of July entertaining needs. If you enjoy this content, please make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe and leave me a comment, and don't forget to set your notifications over to all so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much. And remember that this is all free and it means the world to me. Once the candle holder is dried, I'm going to go ahead and take some E6000 and I'm going to add them to the top section of the candle holders. And then I'm going to take these 2 glasses that I got from Dollar Tree and removing the sticker from the bottom of them. And we're going to position them right onto these candle holders. And I make sure to have them nicely centered. I let them sit overnight, and once they were dried, I applied some more of that chalk paint on that ridge you see right there along the entire portion of the candle holder. I also went in with a very fine tip brush and I am cleaning up the edges right here, making sure that everything is nice and straight. And that is it for this one. You will see them in the final reveal. My friends, today's video is part of our collaboration. It is hosted monthly by Kate from That's So Kate, and it is done on the 3rd Friday of the month at 1 p.m. and I had the privilege to have her ask me to be the co-host for this month. Thank you so much for that, Kate. I truly appreciate it. The link to our channels and to the playlist will be in the description box below. Don't forget to stop by and click on that playlist so you don't miss out on all the amazing creations that so many talented creators have created for you today. Thank you so much. And apparently the word of the day is create. Alright, let's go over to the second DIY. For this I used 2 pizza pans from Dollar Tree and I'm painting them using the Kilts chalk paint in the navy as you see there. And I'm going to completely cover the front of this piece with it. I gave it a coat of a total of 3 coats. Once this was completely dry, I took some of these beads from Dollar Tree and I'm using a combination of E6000 and hot glue to attach this to the back rim of the first pizza pan. This is the one that I painted the front of. I worked in small sections to avoid that the hot glue will dry too quickly, so I added first my E6000, then my hot glue, and I quickly placed my beads, by the section as you see there where the holes towards the top. Now I'm adding E6000 on top of the entire surface of all the beads once I was done applying them to the first pizza pan, and then I'm going to come in and add some hot glue in a couple sections as well, just so I have that instant hole. And then I'm going to have this sit aside, put a little bit of weight over it. I just put my paint over it and placed it there and left it overnight. In the meantime, I am painting 4 of these SKUs from Dollar Tree with this flamenco red from Apple Barrel. And once everything dried the next day, I am gluing this on using some hot glue. You can also use E6000, but I wanted this to be done pretty quickly, so I added hot glue for now. But later on, I'll probably go back in with some E6000 to make sure that this stays permanent. This is wood hot glue that I used. Then I flipped it to the front and I'm going to add some stars. I'm going to use this stencil that I created. I actually created this also for another DIY you'll see at the end, but I'm using this part right here. Created a stencil using removable vinyl. I'm placing it down, making sure that it's nice and flat, and I'm going to add some of that flamenco red paint to the stars. My idea was to place red on the middle section only and white on the rest, but somehow I forgot about that at this moment, and I put red in every single star. But you'll see later on how I fixed that. But you can, this is completely personal preference. You can have them all white, all red, or a combination of the different colors. It's completely up to you. So here's when I realized that I painted the wrong color. So I'm going back in top of the red with the white, which was my intention from the get-go, to put white on the first and last row of these stars and leave the middle red. So here's how I fixed that. Now it's reveal time. You see here I'm trying to remove the stencil. It was coming out nicely, and then it wasn't. Look at that part. But it's fine. We're going to go ahead and let it dry, and we're going to fix it. This look is also cool. If you like that whole worn surface kind of thing, that's fine. You can use that. I was going for worn, but not as worn. So I went back in with a small paintbrush, and I can still see where the rest of the star would have been. And I just came in and painted it over and fixed it as best as I could. And it actually came out pretty cute. So now that it's all dry, I'm going to come in with some Mod Podge. This is dishwasher safe and food safe Mod Podge. It's not toxic. And you'll see this back in the final review. For the third DIY, I used one of these bamboo cutting boards from the Dollar Tree, from the Dollar Tree Plus section. I painted it white with 3 coats of my Black & Decker paint and primer. Then I took 4 of these like dice pieces from the Dollar Tree. It comes in packs of 3. I use one pack, full pack, and then one of another, and I'm painting it with a navy blue color that I've been using for my previous DIYs. I just make sure to paint completely all of the sides. I just left one side open and for glue it later on. Then I realized that the cutting board was actually bleedy. You can see yellowing. So I came back in with a primer from Kilts and a sealer to try to remediate that issue. Then I painted it again with another coat of my paint and primer, and now I am taping it in sections using some regular masking tape from Dollar Tree. So I'm using the tape to use as a spacer as well. I wanted my flag that I'm creating here. This is a flag that I'm making, by the way, and I wanted it to start with the red, so that's why you see me skipping it that way. And I did this until I got completely to the bottom of the entire cutting board. Once I got down to the third piece of tape, I started doing it the entire length of the cutting board. And there you see me actually, I did right there on the third one. And then I'm cutting off a section on the very left hand side there. And then I taped it all the way to the bottom. And now I'm going to come in with my Flamingo Red from Apple Barrel and gave a total of 3 coats to every single one of the lines right here until I get to the very bottom, but making sure to leave that square out of it. There you go, how it's looking so far. Now it's time for reveal. I love this part, guys. I'm removing the tape. It wasn't perfect, but it was beautiful. So I kept it as it was. I didn't touch it up or nothing. I liked actually how rustic, it kind of gave it a little rustic feel, the little bleed, so I left it as is. I am drying up the paint completely, and then I'm going to come in with some weathered masking tape, and I'm going to section off these pieces here so I'm able to place the stars on there. This is the stars that came with the stencil that I did for the previous DIY. I'm placing it down on there over the white, making sure that they stay nice and flat underneath. I just used that little ruler to make sure that this was completely sealed in to the wood. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove that paper off, making sure to have the stars stay put in place. It was a little bit tricky, not so much in this part right here. I'm just making sure that the top was nicely placed, and then I pulled it out and For some reason, a star decided to leave for a moment there, but I just placed it right back down, and now I'm coming back in with the same navy chalk paint that I used previously, and I am going to use my dabber there and completely dab this whole section, and just make sure to have it, they have the paint not too much on there so it doesn't have any bleeds. And I did like 2 coats of paint over this. I sped up the process with my heat gun, and then I'm going to go ahead and remove those little stickers I put down in the beginning. And look how cute, guys. I don't know, I find this process to be so satisfying to just uncover a bleed free surface after you do stenciling or reverse stenciling in this case right here. So I'm leaving this in because I'm really enjoying looking at it. I hope you guys do as well. This is so satisfying. Anyway, so once I got this done, you see there that it came out nice. I just had a little bit of bleed, so I just scratched it off, and we're removing the tape here. We didn't have no bleed there either. Awesome. And now we are going to give them feet. So remember those 4 cubes that we did before? We are going to add it to the bottom of this. So I just added a combination of regular wood glue and wood hot glue to attach these to the 4 corners of the bottom of that cutting board. If you see there, it is painted. I wanted it to be completed and nicely finished, so I also painted the bottom section. And ta-da! Look how cute that looks. I did have a little bit of bleed of the white there. I touched it up. And now we are going to seal everything with some dishwasher safe and non-toxic Mod Podge. And that's it, we are done. Here is the final reveal. I hope you love these. Let me know which one is your favorite, because you know I love to know that. These are perfect for your 4th of July barbecues. You can have them up in your table, set up in your tables, on your decks. They are awesome. I sure will be using mine. My friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you would like to follow me on social media, here are my social media links. And don't forget to visit my friends in the playlist and hear some suggestions. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Bye.